Hi, I'm Tim Goedeme. I'm a Senior Research Officer at the University of Oxford and a Research Coordinator at the University of Antwerp. In this brief video, I will introduce a course I designed with Lorena Zardo Trindade on how to estimate the sampling variance. Basically, in this course we will tackle three basic misunderstandings about how to estimate the sampling variance. First point, you should always take the sample design into account when estimating the sampling variance. Second point, never simply delete cases from your dataset when you're interested in studying just a subpopulation rather than the entire population. Third point, never simply compare confidence intervals when you want to know whether 2-point estimates are statistically significantly different or not. So, in the first part of the course, we will tackle the question why it's so important to always take the sample design into account when estimating the sampling variance. Actually, there are quite a few determinants of the sampling variance. As most people are aware, the size of the sample is very important. But that's not just all that matters. You always also have to take into account sample design, the weighting schemes, imputation, when imputations have been done, and the characteristics of the statistic of interest. And so all these factors are really important, but especially the sample design can have a strong impact on the sampling variance. And so in this part of the course we will explain the issues like stratification and clustering and unequal probabilities of selection, and all these affect the sampling variance. So that's the first part. It's on the importance of the sample design. Second point is that if you're interested in studying a subpopulation, you should never delete all the other cases from the dataset, at least not in most of the cases. And it's not too hard to see why that is the case. Actually, very often, the subpopulation that someone is interested in is just a part of the sample, and it has not been selected on purpose. And so the size of the subpopulation in the sample will vary from one sample to another. So there's a random factor in there, and this is something that you should take into account when estimating the sampling variance. And so that's what we explain in the second part of the course. In the third part, we turn to comparing subpopulations, comparing sample estimates. And so many people think that you can simply compare confidence intervals and see whether two confidence intervals overlap or not. And as you can see in the picture next to me, you there have 2-point estimates, and the confidence intervals, they strongly overlap. Yet, they are statistically significantly different from each other. And so you should never simply compare confidence intervals. And that's what we explain in the third part of our course. And so we explain why this is the case and what you should do about it. And so that's basically what we tackle in this course. So we stress the importance of the sample design. We explain how you can take this into account. We explain why you should never simply delete cases from the data and what you should do instead. And then we explain why it's so important to directly estimate the sampling variance of the difference of 2-point estimates.